As we turn now to some new information from the upstate, a church is helping those experiencing hardship finding a home. Grace Church has changed the former Greenville Tech student housing into affordable apartments. And it's part of a program called Front Porch Housing, designed to help residents build a firm foundation while also providing affordable rent. Now, most of the residents are coming out of some sort of crisis, poverty, abuse, or in some sort of recovery. And they're able to learn life skills like money management, parenting classes, and can take cooking courses too.
A 2-year transitional supportive ministry where housing is part of the program, and so you opt in to the supportive services that include biblical community, it includes budgeting classes, life skills classes.
Now, there is an application and interview process in order to be considered for the program. Of course, you can find much more about the Front Porch Housing on our website. That's foxcarolina.com.